Hey everyone, welcome to the show. It's getting backbitey, you guys. I'm loving this. David Shafer is the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. And he, at least for a little while, I guess he's stepping down, but he's accused of orchestrating and taking part in the fake elector scheme in that state. And the Fulton County District Attorney, Fani Willis, has named him as a target of her investigation into Donald Trump's alleged coup plot. So he's known this for a while. He's now panicking because, as we all know, she's about to make charging decisions, she said, starting as early as July 11th. Well, Shafer's attorney sent a letter to the DA's office last week, and they're the ones who released this to the public. They're arguing that basically he was just following orders. He is throwing Trump's attorneys under the Trump train. In a letter to the DA, Shafer's attorney wrote, quote, "Every action by Mr. Shafer as a presidential elector nominee or contingent elector in 2020 was specifically undertaken in conformity with and reliance upon the repeated and detailed advice of legal counsel, eliminating any possibility of criminal intent or liability." But they're not claiming that it was Shafer's attorneys who gave him this advice. Shafer alleges that this legal advice came from attorneys working with Donald Trump. And the letter stated that Shafer received, quote, "very direct, detailed legal advice on the procedure he should follow, and he followed those instructions to the letter." Therefore, they're saying, no harm, no foul. I mean, Shafer, the other electors, they committed no crime. But here's the thing, right? Because you could look at this and you could say, okay, yeah, there is, under our Constitution, there's a certain date with which they have to comply. If by some miracle Trump had proved election fraud and he had been able to get the courts to maybe ask for a new election or to overturn the results, they would have to have Trump electors signed in, essentially having signed these documents by a certain date, and they have to have them turned in. Well, you could look at this and say, okay, well, they were just doing this in case, right? Just in case of that miracle. That's their story that they're trying to push. But the problem for them is that there's evidence showing that that's not what they were thinking at the time. That's not what they were trying to do, because if they committed no crime, if what they did was so innocent, why did they lie about it at that time? Because according to reporters who were on site when these people met, they met at the Georgia State House. There were reporters there that day, and they were turned away and they were lied to. They were told that the meeting had to do with education. So reporter goes up, sees these people going in. He sees current council members, current people in the local government going into this room, seated in this room. He's like armbarred, pushed out of the door and told, "Oh no, nothing going on here, nothing to see. We're just meeting about an education matter." You know? So that kind of blows their story, and then of course there are some people who are targets who took part in even more egregious and pretty blatantly illegal activity, like Kathy Latham. She's accused of helping to break into voting machines. I mean, that's a whole nother telenovela. But to Kathy, I say, you in danger, girl. I mean, she really, yeah, she should be maybe singing like a bird at this point. But these guys, I mean, that's the story they're going to try to tell when they go to court. But again, if you were doing nothing wrong, you were totally sanctioned by attorneys, you followed the letter of the law, you did all of this, you abided by what those attorneys told you to do. Why would you feel the need to do it in secret? Why would you have to hide it? And why would you keep the press out and lie to them? Tells you everything you need to know. So I will let you guys know if I hear more, but whoop, whoop. more More carnage under that Trump train. All right. Thanks, guys, so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. It really helps to keep the show moving forward, so I can keep bringing you news like this. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.